Seattle 206723, everyone. And what I got in front of me is the Texas Bullion Depository Subchapter A Establishment of the Administration of Texas Bullion Depository, HB 483. Now, this bill is an awesome bill, and this is a bit of my expertise here on YouTube. I've got many videos where I've gone over bills. There's going to be a link below so you can go through a lot of it. The first video I throw together with guys was like 16 minutes, so I'm going to try to make this one a lot shorter. But there's a lot to cover. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes. So let's go. We're going to get right to the meats and potatoes of it. There's 33 pages, but there's actually 17 here because I printed them on both sides. One of the key things we want to go over is subsection 21.16003. The depository shall, this is what it says, the depository shall record the amounts of precious metals, deposits, metals, persons deposit, regardless of form, in the units of troy, ounces pure, and the records must also specify the type and quantity of each precious metals deposited. They're gonna, you know, if it's classified, they're gonna classify it by the mint, the denomination, weight, assay marks, or other indicators that's applicable. So you don't want to be taking 2-ounce slab stuff in there because it's still 2 ounces. There's no numismatic value here. Under subsection C of that title, the depository shall make a delivery at depository's settlement facility designated by the comptroller shipping to an address specified by the account holder or to the depository's discretion at a facility of a depository agent at which presence is made no later, as presentment is made no later than 5 business days after the date of presentment. So basically what that is saying that within 5 days of reaching a depositor or the bullion bank, it'll be accredited to your account. It also goes over transfers of depository account balance by check, draft, or digital electronic, which means there's going to be some type of debit card deal going on here. That's a big one. That's a big one. You should be all shaking your head and smiling right now. That's huge. Instructions to another depository's account or holder or to persons who at the time transfer is initiated is not a depository account holder. But if you're not a depository account holder, that's one of the big things. How is this going to be established and how this is going to be set up if you're not a depository account holder? Well, that's actually answered right over here in section C. If a depository account holder transfers to a payee who is not a depository account holder any portions of the balance of the holder's depository account, the depository shall allow the payee to establish a depository account by presentment of the payer's check, draft, or instructions to the depository or to a depository agent. That means, say, we're talking to Silver here, and I say, hey, I like what you got over there, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to make a payment to you. You know, I make a payment to him for something, and through the depository, make a payment to him. He can take that check in there and establish an account, and through the Bullion Depository Bank. That's basically what it means. It's going to allow other people to set up and do other accounts. And I'm going to go over this one more time. If a depository account holder transfers to a payee who is not a depository account holder any portion of the balance holder's depository account, the depositor shall allow the payee to establish a depository's account by presentment of the payer's check, draft, or instruction to the depository or to a depository agent. That's huge. Huge. So if Silverhair wants, let me reverse this. Silverhair wants to pay me and set up an account. It would allow through the depository account. There's probably some form that'll be reached out to me or some instructions to go online, fill this out, and that way they can make the deposit to me. So be nice to the people from down in Texas. They're going to be your keys to getting in for us out of state people. That's pretty much a lot of the key information there. Goes over, you know, how things are going to be handled for people who want to, you know, custodian guardians and appointments and stuff like that through the through the state government. 21-16022 section. Prohibited. The depository makes take any of the following actions. An attempt by the depository to take any action basically makes it null and void. Into a precious metals, leading, sale back, leads forward, transaction, swaps, transaction, future transactions, index transactions, or position derivatives, and basically the old Wall Street crap. They won't be doing that here at the depository. And stop calling it a bank. It's not a bank. It's a depository. This is a huge one right here. Section 21-16024, official exchange rates. The comptroller by rule shall establish the references by which the official exchange rates for precious metals transactions in terms of United States dollars or other currencies must be established at the time of, so we're in number 18, a depository transaction. The comptroller shall establish procedures for basically setting up the rates, setting up the prices to other dollars. That's going to give them control over how much your precious metals are worth. Think Texas oil, Brent crude, Texas, you know, oil. There's two different oil prices, world market and Texas price, basically. So you could see gold at $1,200, messing with the paper printers, and you can see the Texas, which is doing physical gold. You can see that at, based on supply and demand, you can see that at $1,300-1,400. So look for that to make a huge difference. You know, huge difference. I mean, so, and the rest of this bill just basically goes over a lot of information about penalties and stuff like that for people who are screwing up. This is one other section that had me glowing. I'll go over this real quick. Depository agent services means services rendered to the general public for or behalf of the Texas Bullion Depository in nature of purchasing, selling, and transferring, accepting, transporting, delivery, or otherwise dealing in precious metals. It's a definition. And it says it's for the general public. And the rest of the bill just covers a lot of other stuff. This is a great bill. Great. It's going to allow other people to get in who aren't from the state. You're going to get the physical price is going to end up taking over the paper pushers, the derivatives market people. You're going to have gold and silver return to its rightful place as real money, sound money. You're going to have the ability to use a debit card, electronic transactions, checks, and other means as well. This is going to be huge, very huge. It's going to be great, big. I mean, give it some time. Let's work this through. Let's start as a community. I really feel as though that this is going to give us the ability to you know, get some of the things through that we really wanted to see here. Haven't we all in the community wanted for a moment to, you know, strike back at what's going on with the endless money printing? Haven't we all wanted to use sound money, real money? This is your chance. This is your sword. This is your AK, your M4. This is your your right to actually step in and participate in sound money principles again. This is a huge development. I'm just giving you the facts of what the bill is, not what I think it is. You can read the rest of it for yourself, but I've covered for you major portions as far as account rights and all that stuff that's established in the bill. You can go look that stuff up for yourself. But for us as a community, those are huge points. Establishment of price and rates in exchange for paper money. That's going to be huge. I mean, in terms of dollars, not exchange. In terms of dollars, they're going to set the rate for the precious metals held at the Texas Depository. Wall Street will soon lose control over the physical. I would bet that they would soon lose control over it. That's my opinion on that. But I've given you the facts of the bill. Please rate, please comment, thumbs up the video, and reshare this. It's very important that you hit the Google Plus, share it there, share it on Facebook, Twitter. I welcome everyone who's in this community to actually share this video, because this information needs to get out, because then you'll begin to form and develop the contacts of those who don't live in the state of Texas and how to get in on the deal yourself. You'll begin to, you'll do it automatically, but I've told you that's how it works, and I've showed you in the bill. So I believe I provided you with all the tools, all the information that you need. Like I said, the link's below. Check it out if you've got other questions or I didn't cover something in the bill, but it would have taken me 20 minutes to do it. I tried to keep this under 10, but here I'm at 12. So I'm going to cut this short, guys. Settle 206-723, folks. Reshare this video. Reshare, send it out, get it out, and I'm out.